Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episodes of Rupaul's Dragrace Allstars Season 9, Episodes 7 and 8. And of course, we got our girl, Psychic Erin. Say hello to the people, girl.
Hey everybody, happy belated birthday, my friend. A public announcement.
Thank you.
Back from the Turks and Caicos and the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes, I had a ball. FYI for everyone, I am starting another channel called LV Rachel Francine. You'll know my real name now. And the LV stands for love or Louis Vuitton, whichever you like. Louis Vuitton is my favorite luxury designer. I have a few pieces of other things, but that's my favorite. That's what I mostly have. So it's kind of, it makes me think of Louis Vuitton, but it's really love Rachel Francine. I'm going to post it in the info box so you'll know what that channel is. And you'll see a lot of the travel and some stuff that I'm doing outside of reviews. I'm doing reviews on this channel, but the other channel, which is LV Rachel Francine, and you'll see more of my personal situation. So
lifestyle, because this lady's busy, everybody. This lady's busy, doing things, living life, seeing the world, literally.
Okay.
So go check it out.
Okay, just trying to enjoy things before things change. Girl, I don't even want to. Lord have mercy.
Let's go back to our escape.
What is going on in the executive office of this government? But we ain't here for that. We ain't here for that. Hold on, we ain't here for that.
Let's run off back to our
feeling it like y'all. Just know.
Yes, we are not immune, but let's escape into the wonderful world of drag.
And just like they always say, vote for I always say vote Democrat. Don't nobody else say that but me. I'm going to say vote Democrat all the way down, and the best Democrat there is. But the PC thing is to say vote.
Correct. But
I'm going to say vote Democrat. I'm going to always say vote Democrat until things different, until they start. Anyway, there I go. See, it's easy just to keep going because there's so much to say about that mess.
It's painful. You know what? Listen, here's the simplest thing to say about it is what I feel. It's horrible, no matter what.
Girl.
Okay? We'll just say that. It's horrible, no matter what.
Girl.
It's horrible. Okay? We know how we feel, how we lean, and where we are, but for everybody else, we'll just leave it at it's horrible. Pray for all of us, everybody. Collectively pray and vote.
And get your passport together. They usually give you 6 months to get, and they do have chances of, opportunities to have it, expedited. I just use mine, so no mine good. I'm just saying. Anywho. Yeah, so the wonderful world of Drag Race, where we're all having fun, enjoying life, living life as we desire, not really a care in the world. It's all good. I'd rather be in the Drag Race realm anyway. Thank you for reminding me, my friend. So we're reviewing episodes 7 and 8 And the first episode 7, was real interesting. They had some fun games and whatnot, not what. And it's 8 queens. Let's see if I remember their names. Help me if I remember. We got my favorite, Roxy Andrews, Georges, Plastique Tiara, and Jeria Van Michaels. Is that your favorite?
One of them, yes.
Okay. And we got Miss Vanjie.
Mm-hmm.
I think if she goes by Miss Vanessa Vanjie, if I'm not mistaken. But we all Miss
yes.
Vanjie's good too, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Vanjie first and Vanessa came after, to be honest. But
okay. Nina West, that's 7. Was 8 of them. Who am I missing?
And sorry, my brain is holding up. It's
Chanel.
Not that. Yes. Oh, Chanel. Oh, the shade.
I put her 8th when she's normally first. Okay. Chanel.
Right, but she is in last place.
Yeah, poor
with
thing.
no badges.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And to me, I mean, she gets face. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't know.
I think it's that she's not done horribly in anything, but she's done pretty good in plenty of things, but not good enough to be the apparent winner, I think is the problem. And I also think that that's tied together with the fact that they kind of are like trying to play this, because she was the first drag queen to enter the workroom on the first season of Drag Race, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she also eliminated herself from Allstars. She's also threw a tantrum on the runway and said, "None of you have told me I'm pretty." So she's like this iconic emotional queen, right? And I think they're looking to try and do that. But it's like, it's 15 years later, bitches. Like, this person has clearly evolved and it's different. And you got your scene like that. Don't do that to Chanel again. The mug is mugging. Chanel's great. So I don't love that. But I also understand, like, you can't quite give her a badge yet, though. I mean, you could have maybe, but anyway, I ramble.
Well, you know, it is what it is, child. I guess, you know, it is
I
what it is.
I feel production has their hands on Chanel.
What you mean by that? Give us some tea. What you mean?
Oh, I just mean, I think that they're leaning into not giving her a benefactor's badge, and I think they're leaning into the storyline of how she got emotional before and all that kind of stuff. So that's all. I just think that they're leaning into not giving her a badge versus giving her one so far.
Okay, now that emotional thing kind of irritates me a little bit because I saw her on Roscoe's and she opened up. You saw that too?
I saw some of it.
Where she opened up about having anxiety or some type of anxiety disorder of sorts, and how it played a part in how she performed before on the show, and she still suffered. I don't want to say suffer from it, but she still acknowledges that she has that now.
She still deals with it. Yeah, she's actually her charity is the Anxiety and Depression Institute or something like that. Yeah, she has a mental health charity. So yeah, but you know, that's kind of the BS about production, is that they don't really care. You know, they are here to make a show. I know, and that's where production does get dirty. And like, the more you watch Roscoe's and the more you get to know different queens, as you're more new to the Drag Race fandom, you'll see that production has done this time and time again with different queens for a storyline. They're never above it. So, like I said, I don't feel like Chanel is getting a. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I think that's, I'm an advocate, just to say something while Aaron is coming back. I really am an advocate for mental illness, you know, children, the elderly, folks who really, are the underdogs and who are taken advantage of in any form or fashion of that. That's not something I'm cool with, especially when, big wigs, take advantage of those types of people, for clicking a view. It's bothersome. And the fact that I'm pretty sure they knew about her anxiety issues. And if that is the case, then shame on them for using that against her,
Yeah, like I said, they play with their emotions. They mess with them. I think didn't you watch the one where Heidi left?
Yes.
See, and so, there's always shenanigans afoot. You just can't put it past production. So, and that's part of that. No, and what you're talking about is one of the genuine criticisms of a lot of people. But at the same time, people love the drama. They like to see this, everybody. This is no different than any regular reality television show with that kind of conundrum of where's the line with what production manipulates in order to give us drama and storyline versus putting these people through unnecessary stress and and difficulty.
Seems to be a running theme with all these reality types of shows, whether it's competition or real life.
Yeah, I think
Seems
so,
to be a running
unfortunately.
theme with how production uses things that they shouldn't in order to get a click and a view and a check. Yeah. I know there's some, raw feelings about Bethany's, Bethany Frankel's way of doing things, but the underlying reason is because people are being hurt in the process of making $1 for good TV. So if we really look at that versus some of the other things, I think we can really kind of grab hold to that and maybe circumvent or reconstruct, the process, but make the underlying issue a problem that we're trying to fix for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely, Bethany's Reality Reckoning definitely has some needed, what's the right phrase I'm looking for? It's definitely time to take a look at the morality of what's going on here.
Girl.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, as we're going into episode 7, initially they had a game called Fruity Patootie where they would have to get a piece of fruit and run from one part of the workroom to the other part of the workroom and then drop that piece of fruit into a basket.
Yep.
But the interesting part was they would have to use their inner thigh muscles or region to carry the fruit shoved in by Mr. Bruno. And he getting finer and bigger every time they come on. Is it me or is he getting buffer and just finer, girl? What's going on with Bruno? I should have a picture of him on here.
Yeah, I know, really.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. Not first, but Chanel went, now one of them piece of fruits look a little strange, but it's fruit. So Chanel got 7 pieces. And what was funny was, okay, so I got a little piece of Bruno right here. This is the part where they're shoving it where, where things be going. And this was Miss Vanjie. She was like, child. Miss Vanjie got 5 and she had to do her little twerk dance, child. It was so funny. George's was ready. George's was in position. Now that's not Bruno. That's the other fine one, but that ain't Bruno, y'all.
He's new. I forget his name.
I don't know nobody but Bruno.
Yes, I know.
I saw some old drag race where he was real like his size. Now he like, girl, he can pick me up. All right now, but he ain't trying to. I get it. I get it.
No, I've also heard the rumor he's a bottom.
Well, so am I. That ain't gonna work.
Exactly. He wants to be carried.
Okay. And Jerry, now she had a little discomfort, like, oh, wait, what's going on? See that same piece of fruit. Girl, they are tripping me out. Jerry got 5. Who else was on there? Plastique, she got 6. And it was just so funny watching them do this. I really like when they have, fun games and it's not so, oh my God.
Yeah, the mini challenge is usually light and fun that way.
Yeah. Got 7. Who else was on there? Nina won. She got 9 she got the most. And as you can see, she squeezed a little too hard and got some juices.
Avocado. The avocado apparently
girl
left a mark on white jeans.
And then my girl Roxy got 7, but she didn't win. Nina won. Nina got 9. And she won something for her charity.
$2,500.
Pretty good. I like how it's charity based and everything. It's pretty cool. Next they had the Meeting in the Ladies Room challenge where they were acting with Rupaul. Now the final results was pretty cool where they had like a slapping. It was, a funny characterization of different movies from back in the day. But they at this point they were practicing, Georges and Plastique. Of course, as you can see, the production of it all with Nina West. Nina did real good. I think this is her wheelhouse, right? She does a lot of acting and whatnot.
Yeah, she's been on Broadway in Hairspray and then went on the tour with Hairspray.
Yes. Now, I really like the end result for this one, not just because it's Roxy, but I really enjoyed how that was.
Yeah.
About drinking his pee. I'm like, oh my goodness. And Jariet was funny. It's just somebody in Jariet. Well, they all think she's a threat because they keep snipping her every chance they get. But I thought it was real good. Plastique, she's getting away with murder, child. They just letting her slide through to the doggone finish. Girl, they should have gave her a snip a long time ago because she is just winning stuff.
It's really funny. They don't think that she has it in her, and then she does. They don't think that she has the acting stuff in her, and then she does.
Let's talk about this for a second. Now, I know that by now we all, if you haven't seen the show, tune in. And if not, we'll clue you in regards to how they win. So no one goes home, right? But they keep collecting badges according to the wins, maybe 1 badge or 2, whatever the case may be. But at the end, when they're lip syncing for their win, they have to give somebody the snip scissors so that they wouldn't they would not have a chance to receive a badge, a winning badge the next week, but they still can compete. Do I have it correct so far?
If they get snipped, they can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So bottom line is, no matter, to me, whoever has the most badges should be getting snipped. Period, point blank. It shouldn't matter anything else. All these other plausible philosophies. I mean, it's obvious. If you have more badges than anybody else, they're trying to cut you down so that you won't earn more badges.
Yeah, but I do understand what they're saying in the sense of like, there's going to be a top 3, so the top 3 badge earners are going to the finale, whereas everyone else is not. So
Yes.
if you want to make sure that if you are like tied with a bunch of people for 3rd place, because like, you're not going to catch Roxy, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This all starts to get a little like convoluted for me. I don't know how much I love, like, I like that they're all staying around.
Yeah.
I enjoy that for the All-Stars format. And then we get to see all the drag and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't know if this is still like my favorite like way to have a non-elimination season. You know what I mean? Like, because they did it before with All-Stars 7 where they were all winners and you had the plunger where you were blocked. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember the plunger. Yeah, I think I saw that one.
I kind of get what's going on, but like to your point, I would have blocked Plastique probably just because she hadn't been blocked yet. And it would have been good to block Plastique because she did so well.
Right. So instead of the 2 people going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Of course it's personal because they said it, but just pick anybody who has the most badges and snip them. Now, if it happens to if the same people have the same number of badges and you want to keep snipping one person, okay. But as long as you snip, to me, as long as you snip or give the scissors to someone who cannot make any more, who has more than, or who has, who pretty much who has more than anybody else. That, to me, that makes sense no matter who that may be.
Yeah.
I think they're just thinking too much into it, trying to curb people's appetite.
That's what a whole thing feels like, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah, it's too much thinking.
It's too much thinking. That's kind of what I'm struggling to bring it all down to a concise sentence before I get that concise sentence. But yeah, there's just too much thinking about that concern. But anyway, I thought everybody did good, except like I felt bad because Chanel was stiffer than some of the others. Vanjie's funny.
Yeah, she. I'm not a stripper. I'm a dancer. Okay, well, I didn't understand got mixed thing. It was a little weird for me.
Yeah. I really like Mick, but Mick is not my favorite the way Mick is for other people. I have a lot of respect and admiration and affection for Gottmik, but Gottmik is not my favorite drag queen. It just isn't. It's a controversial statement to some, but respectfully, I stand by it.
Well, hey, it's all good. You ain't talking about her, just saying she ain't the one.
Not my favorite, no.
Yeah. Well, next. You may change your mind the next series of events. They had the okay, give it to me again. The widows doing what now?
Oh my God.
A weeping widow in the mist. What was it?
I know. Hold on.
What was it called again?
Widow weep for me.
Widow weep for me. Now,
that's not what the fuck they called that right in the beginning. That was not what the prompt was. They did not get a widow, weep for me. But anyway.
Well, we got Nina West giving us, then she pops out. Huh?
I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go right ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about this. What were you going to say?
People said they liked this, and I was like, what?
Is that
Civil War shit? It's like Civil War. Scarlett O'Hara called. You need to go back to Tara and Gone with the Wind.
Frankenstein from the neck up.
I was not. I liked the atomic blonde thing better than this.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fit that good. No. And especially, I don't want to jump ahead, but the way she looked next episode.
Hello.
Yeah, no, this makes it even uglier knowing what happened.
I think that's seersucker on the bottom.
It's so it's seer. It's seer. Bye bye. You know, it's like I want to be blind. Seer
Next we
blow.
got. Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Angeria Paris Van Michael slang again. I'm sorry, she slayed. In my opinion, I like that.
I know. I just love the urn wig.
Okay.
I mean, the rest is fine. It's a little costume city or whatever, but like the urn wig is amazing.
Yes. Roxy Andrews giving us bridal. Ate them up. What happened? Oh, she carved them up and splattered.
Axe murderer. Okay. I loved this. I do agree with some of the people that were saying even more blood splatters on the dress. I agree. I would like more all the way down the front because they were beautiful, bejeweled, bedazzled. I loved it. Yeah, I just would have liked more blood splatter, please, and thank you, Roxy. But otherwise, stunting as usual.
Then we got Plastique Tiara. Now, I'm going to say something. Now, people may not like it, but I think she really is playing on the cultural theme to win. Now, not saying all of it's beautiful, but I think she's playing that game to where she's using the cultural aesthetic more so than anything else to woo over the judges, like something similar to Nymphia, just to give it that extra something versus anything else. Again, they're all beautiful, but I think she's trying to, use that a little bit more just to, woo the judges. What do you think?
From what I understand, she went to Vietnam and met with a bunch of amazing designers, like discovered a lot of amazing designers to work with while she was in Vietnam. So it's like, to your point, yeah, absolutely, because I think that's where she found a lot of undiscovered or people that weren't well known here, and she said that it really, really inspired her and made her feel ready to go to Allstars because, I mean, obviously, like you said, everything is so beautiful. Like, this is just incredible. However, I did notice when she said this is worn at like significant ceremonies and stuff in the culture, I'm all, that's a stretch, bitch. Nobody's wearing this to a funeral. I don't believe it. And so that's okay. This is so beautiful. Like, make it work, as they say. I love the little glittery tears, but like, I also clocked in the description of what she was saying, and it is kind of like what you're saying. There's a little, square peg, round hole situation going on here. But stunning nonetheless. I mean, just incredible. I mean, incredible. But if you ask me, because I do say this, did it meet the runway assignment? I don't think so.
How do we know?
Well, because you would think, I mean, just to say, like, significant ceremonies really makes me feel like funeral is not on the top of the list with this one.
Right.
Okay?
She gave a generalization.
Yeah. So I don't, if it were worn at funerals, you'd say that.
Don't make me look it up. Where's she from?
Vietnam. And I don't think that this is a typical mourning color either. I think it's white, actually. But I don't want to be too ignorant. It doesn't matter. She looks amazing, but do I feel like this is the epitome of the look? Like, this really is the essence of it? No, I don't. I mean, give me that outfit for a red carpet, though. Just incredible.
It really is beautiful.
If I'm allowed to wear it, not be too appropriating. But yeah, stunning.
Okay, I want you to look up Vietnamese Funeral attire. And anybody else want to look that up, and you tell me.
Okay, let me see.
If you see the same thing. I'm just gonna leave it there and move on. Again, it's beautiful. Not saying that, but all right.
Well,
girl.
and to your point, like no one's gonna check. Okay, so you know, yeah. Oh, see, I told you it was all white. Yeah, I'm not. Yay, I know some of my culture. All right.
I'm just
There we
saying.
go.
Hey, cheating. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a little bit.
So then we got Chanel, numero uno. I just want to get her name on there. I really like to see people's names when I'm putting them up here. So she got a little extra picture just to see her cloak.
That was the best part
outfit.
of it.
And then this was
And then Madonna called and she wants her Vogue outfit back from the MTV Music Video Awards way back in the day.
Okay, does she know about the drag queen? Did they have a meeting of the minds? And I'm gonna need Madonna's outfit now.
I mean, I don't get it. This is another one where it's like this is another square peg round hole. The cloak coat totally could have worked with something, but it shouldn't have dropped to this.
Girl,
it's beautiful. She looks amazing, but like, it's again, go off with plastique and go to a dance, not a funeral, a ball. Yeah, another major event, a significant cultural event.
Girl. Well, go ahead, go off, Chanel, go off.
Yeah, still a beautiful, beautiful queen, you know?
For sure. Now here we go, Miss Vanessa Vanjie, child, coming in looking like she just left a stroll.
Looks like she's the reason that the man's in the casket. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, it was like, all right, Miss Thing, looking like not the widow, but the mistress who showed up to the funeral.
I think she said, well, if I'm going to show up, I need to make sure I may be able to catch my next man. So
right.
I'm going to go ahead and just show it off.
Like the trophy wife ready for the next one.
Vanity 7.
Yeah.
Sex shooter.
She looks great. She did. This is very Vanjie. Vanjie makes everything look hoish.
Apollonia, child. Apollonia. Sex shooter, come and play with my affection. Girl, I'm gonna watch Purple Rain. I'm gonna watch that later. I love that movie. Anywho, Georgia, she crying because her man gone, but then she took it off and now she ready.
This was the runway. This was the runway where only a couple people took this shit seriously. I swear to God, because this is another one where you're like, this is not exactly what the prompt is. You know, you look more like a high-priced escort in the trench down to this. So I don't know.
Yeah. Then we got Mick. My voice, Lord. Got Mick. Now she coming down. Well, at least she wore black, I guess. You know.
This is really cool. Again, like I know it sounds redundant, but I just really don't think that this was what the original name of this runway theme was, because I don't feel like anyone is quite doing it well. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like accurately. It's really cool though. I mean, I can appreciate this look, the dripping candle, like all of it, and with the veil and stuff like that. I think that this is the coolest one that's the closest on theme.
I think one of the guest judges mentioned this was a runway, a couture dress or something to that effect. Mm-hmm. This isn't something they made. No, that they made this
with Marco, I think. One of the major designers for the Drag Race girls. Mm-hmm. It was a collaboration with one of them, and they they custom like all these drippy pieces and like put it together. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So at the end of all of this, right, they got their winners. The top two was Angeria and Nina West. And they battled it out. I think it was Tina Marie.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Tina Marie, child. Ooh, I miss her. Ooh, that hurt all of our hearts, child. We loved us some Tina Marie. Oh my goodness. Anyway, after all of that, Angeria won, and guess who she snipped? Got me.
Right.
To me, I think she chickened out to cut Roxy just so she wouldn't have any more issues, or so that she wouldn't get snipped just because she snipped Roxy. To me, that's what I believe. She just chose Got Mick because she said in Untucked, right, that the reason that she listened to Plastique about clipping somebody, but Plastique didn't make any sense to me. Plastique just didn't want to get just. I just think Plastique was trying to confuse everybody so she wouldn't get snipped, because it didn't make sense to snip Got Mick. According to Nina, like Nina said, Got Mick has less than. So if you're trying to snip somebody with more, snipping Got Mick doesn't make sense.
No, I think, but part of it too is that I think she wanted to get Mick back for blocking her as well. I just think if you, I don't know, like I said, this is where it's like, don't overthink this stuff. Just accept it. Like, you know, Mick was mildly offended. Angeria reminded her that she blocked her, and she's like, oh yeah, and she's like, well, I only did it because you were the one in the lead, so whatever. I mean, I also think too, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of smell a little bit of like production trying to like either Angeria's kind of trying to create some drama for the show, right, on her own, because it's a pretty kumbaya season in general, or production is kind of encouraging Angeria to maybe do that or something. I don't know. I just smell a little bit of like trying to make a show sometimes with the
Yeah.
choices that they make. But you know, and Mick is a strong contender. I think that it, as it turns out, took Mick out of the potential running to be in the top. So, and she wasn't, so Mick would have been tied with her if she hadn't have blocked her. Because I mean, I don't know if they would have had Mick win the next episode, but definitely could have potentially. So I don't know.
In my opinion, Got Mick isn't the top 3 or 4 based on how, they're not looking at her. I think the last time they really looked at her was when she wore that screen dress, according to the painting.
Yeah.
Where that was just a masterpiece. Like, wow, that really is beautiful.
Yeah. It was. That was one of the highlights of this season. Girl. For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of looking like it's gonna be Roxy, Plastique, and Angeria, but like, we shall see. I think there's gonna be another episode where there's like a double badge win or something like that. So I think they're gonna try and play with some things, but we'll see.
And who was the guest? It was the guy that made the comment about Got Mick's dress. Do you remember his name?
The one in the suit?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, me either. And he didn't last long in Untucked. I think he went in there, I blinked and he was gone, child.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's been on before, and I should know, and I just don't remember, and I'm sorry.
Well, was there any other issues in the Untucked for episode 7? I can't remember any.
Not, yeah, same.
Yeah. Interesting, child. Well, we're going to go into episode 8, girl.
Yes, we are I don't know how many episodes they're gonna do. I didn't look. Um, but they're doing the Rusical next for episode 9 as we
Ooh, I love
yeah.
those.
And they're doing not Rosemary's Baby, but a spoof on that.
Ooh, now
Now, in
that should be
theory,
interesting.
yes, and in theory, this should be Nina's uh big episode because she's the Broadway star. So they're making it look in the promo for the next season. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
next episode. That
Yeah.
maybe she bit off more than she can chew, or blah blah blah. I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure it's gonna come through. It's gonna be. We'll see how good it is. All of that, but yeah, the musical is coming up. Then there's gonna be a makeover one probably left. What else? I don't know. But those are probably 2 that are coming for sure.
Ooh wee. I cannot wait. You know, I kind of saw a little disappointment in Nina West when she's being picked last, or I think something tells me she's gonna assert herself for episode 9. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I think, everyone has certain expectations for Nina, and the fact that she's in the lower portion of all of this is, I think, a
Mm-hmm.
surprise to her. I think the fact that Plastique actually turned out to be like funny and some of the stuff that they didn't expect her, and has been like kind of a badge stealer in that
Mm-hmm.
sense. But yeah, I mean, again, this is another thing where I definitely think that production plays with storyline because they were waiting for this redemption arc for Nina with this musical because they knew that she was going to bring it,
Oh, okay.
And they put her in the top for this slap off because she was very funny, right?
Yeah, episode 9 gonna be good.
Yeah. She just
So let's go into what?
I don't need
What'd
to
you
finish
say?
that thought. You go right ahead.
Oh. Well, episode 8, we got to see them do a little method. Was it method? No, is it method where they do the poses in the green screen, and they had to pick a suitcase according to whatever theme, and then first it went to whoever, I forgot the order, but the next person would choose the next person to go. And that was when I noticed that every time they would pick, that they wouldn't pick Nina. Nina was looking like, why am nobody picking me? Like, why am I the last person? Look, giving the faces and whatnot. So they all picked a suitcase with a certain theme in it, and they had to pretty much get 10, 15 minutes ready in their, quick drag look for this mini challenge, and pose for some pictures according to whatever RuPaul says that went with the suitcase that they chose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so here we got Chanel, if you didn't recognize who that was, just posing, and they put in some, was it flamenco dancers or whoever they
I think
found?
so, yeah.
That was pretty funny. Then they had Plastique Tiara in France. She has 2 bagels for her chesticles,
Yep.
and one in her mouth, and she's just, being silly and funny. She looked like the girl on the other side, like who's who, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, that's Miss Vanessa Vanjie. Is this the Swiss Alps? Where is this, girl? I forgot. Do you know?
I don't. Yeah, I think so. Switzerland. Yeah. Anyway, big
She was
horn.
like, I'm doing my little Kim, looking back at it when she was taking a picture at the green screen. I'm like, they are just doing too much. Now this right here, Roxy Andrews, she put on these big old fake boobs and some padding because she's out there with Gorillas in the Mist, child, looking.
This is crazy.
I wasn't a fan, but I love Miss Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like this one. She knew it was a sumo situation, so she said, "Okay, well, come on in."
This is funny.
If you didn't know, that's Nina West, y'all. That's Nina West. And I like this one. George just knew she wanted to wrap her arms around.
That was kind of funny. I give it to Georges. That was pretty funny. Can you imagine? Georges is not as tall as the polar bear. Georges would come up to the polar bear's paw.
Polar bear's like 7 feet tall, child.
Yeah.
He must have been sitting down.
Yeah, that was funny.
Then we got who is this? Got Mick. Now that was weird. Girl, you in Hawaii dressed like that. Where you going?
Yeah, this doesn't work at all.
She's on a bathing suit. Where you going, girl? Who is this? Child.
They did Andrea so dirty. Like her
girl.
niece.
Going to see the queen. No, you ain't going nowhere.
They straight up picked the one where her tighty-whities were hanging out. I mean, there were all these other poses, but anyway.
Girl. Not cute. That's terrible. Take this one off, child. Let's go back to us.
Yeah.
So next was what was that called again? Let me see if I can get it. Do you remember? Where they had to, what was that? They had to pick, what did they have to pick?
They had to pick one of RuPaul's songs.
There you go.
Yeah, I do love this song. They did not have my favorite. Yes, I love that song. Yes. But my favorite is Sissy That Walk.
I like that too.
Yeah, and I know that it's kind of weird because you don't necessarily have a theme right away, but you could have done a lot of feathers, because there's that part, because if I fly or if I fall, at least I can say I gave it all. I'm not singing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, anyway, and then it's fly, 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 whatever, that part. You could have had like some bird, all kinds of things to go along with it. But anyway, I digress. They all picked fabric that goes along with one of RuPaul's very many songs.
Yeah, there's Plastique getting her star baby on, looking really cute. She had the star on her dress and the cape and everything. And they had to make this. This is not nothing she picked out of Vietnam or in her travels. This was an original in the break room.
Yeah, this is their second design challenge.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Very well done. The star.
Oh, yeah, she got very good compliments.
Mm-hmm.
And next, we have Georges. Child.
It's cute. And there's more to it than just some Scoochie dress with the different, asymmetrical pieces and whatever. But, obviously this isn't going to win.
Yeah, it was, it wasn't that thrilling to look at. But at least, it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't bad. No, exactly. Yeah, and it's cute. It's on trend or on brand for Georgia.
Right. I Bring the Beat. I haven't heard that song yet. But that's what she chose. They all chose these. They weren't picked for them, right?
No, Chanel got to go first because she's losing.
Okay.
I love her. No, they're doing, whatever. It's a weird run that way.
Now, Gottmik redeemed herself, as you can see from episode 7.
Yes.
With new friends, Silver, old friends.
Yes.
I haven't heard that yet, but she got rave reviews. It was braided silver and gold dress of, her body. She can pretty much wear anything and it'll look good.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a what they call them? What do Marlo call them? Sample size.
Yeah, Mick is tiny.
I'm like, well, damn.
I think what this situation is proving is that we all need to do our best that we can, but like we also can't take it far too serious either. Do you get what I mean? Because Mick also knows that they're putting themselves in a position to be called she again with an alter ego that is feminine, but also mixed drag is very got that androgynous, plays upon like no boobs
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, you know, throw it in like a soup. Just say she, he, you know what I mean? Like intermingle them when you feel called to, right? And then I don't know. We're doing our best.
Okay, so if I see, for me, if I see Got Mick out of drag, it's gonna be him.
Hey, yeah,
Cause
yeah,
he ain't doing drag.
I agree. That's
He's
fair.
doing
Yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe somewhere in the season we may hear something different. I
Right.
haven't heard anything different yet.
Well,
But
and
I
it
know
wouldn't be
when Kimmy and
inaccurate.
them are in drag, it's her. She,
Right.
you know, so.
Yeah, no, I
Sure.
don't think it would be inaccurate to refer to Mick as him at all. I just think that a lot of people reviewing are so used to saying she when talking about drag queens, regardless,
Right.
that it just is what's happening and nobody's thinking about it. But Mick would be the first to be like, I'm assuming, you know, I don't want to speak for them, like, and I'm using them even though they don't identify as non-binary to get out of a gender assignment.
Right.
But
Just being respectful.
yeah, I think that Mick would probably be the first one to be like, I don't mind that people are not as particular because I'm a drag queen on a show where everyone's she most of the time, and I know that most people recognize and support that I'm a trans man, you know, or I'm a man. So whatever. But yeah, hey, we're all learning, growing, and evolving, everyone. Pats on our backs
Okay.
because we're here to be respectful and we're doing our best.
So in case you didn't know, now you know, y'all. Because I was like, wait a minute now, this is a catch damn 22. Because
It
you damn if
is.
you do, damn if you don't, if you really don't know. But yeah.
Well, and like I told you, I don't necessarily like personally like referring to Mick as she all of the time because I feel like a huge part of Mick's dragon identity is trans masculine as well anyway. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. So, but you look great, Mick.
Moving on. The Chanel of it all. Yes. Hey, what? Hey, what?
Hey sis, it's Christmas.
A girl couldn't even read that, child. Hey, sis, it's Christmas.
Yes.
That was cute. And then, of course, she's showing them legs, girl, and she
I
got
know. I feel bad because the
bows.
dress was obviously like riding up, like and you could see she had to scoot it back down a couple times. But like at the same time, it's very well done for what the heck was needing to be accomplished.
Right. Get him, mamas. Next, we got Roxy Andrews. I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan, Lady Cowboy. I appreciate all the willingness and everything. I appreciate the butt clap, but I'm not a fan. Sorry, Roxy.
I know, you know, it's really funny because some people really love this. Like it was something crazy, and I was like, get out of here. Like I didn't see it. I didn't see it. No, this was I don't think this one deserved to win. And I love Roxy dearly and like respect and all of it. I thought it was a strong showing, but I did not feel like it was a winner.
I mean, I love the hair and makeup. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Roxy is Roxy. But was this winning to me? No. I'll let you know who yeah.
So Miss Vanessa Vanjie, Kitty Girl was the song. And this is her with the jacket off, of course, showing her nightlife, that she's the stripper type of, you know, drag, I guess. A stripper drag, I guess. I don't know.
I think Willem in Alaska made fun of for how high this wig was sitting on Banjie's head. Like a little far back, babe.
So we
Now,
got Nina West looking
this
great.
this is the best Nina has looked the entire damn time. And she just made this outfit. And she had other people make her outfits. And yet, this is the best, in my opinion, Nina has looked on the runway. And I was so impressed.
You know, I
This was
think
better than Roxy's.
they made a comment about how she looked effortless and how it all made, you know, the silhouette and how this was definitely different from what she's done thus far. And it was, I think I heard someone say this is the best she's ever looked. I'm like, dang, really?
I agree. Yes. On this season,
Wow.
had the camp that is part of her persona and her brand with the hat, but like didn't look weird. Looked beautiful, curvy. Like, girl, where is this sex appeal for your persona been this entire time? You're wearing dumb crap like, planets on your coochie, and you could have been doing this.
And then pom poms, girl, like what?
No.
That whole middleman outfit was just
Yeah. Oh,
now
yeah,
that may be up there with that sponge dress that Monet did, right? Or who did the sponge dress?
that was Monet. Yeah,
Monet.
that's an infamous look. This was better than Roxy to me.
For sure.
Yeah, so I didn't really understand that one, but
For sure.
Congrats, Nina. You're a winner in my eyes.
And next we got Angeria Paris Van Michaels, Cake and Candy, Cake. That they playing that now. Cake and Candy, Cake. I like that song.
Yes, just a little something. Yeah.
I think if she would have had some appliques of cake and candy of some sort, or maybe had a cake in her hand, just something emphasizing showing a cake or candy with the pink, fluffiness look that she's giving. I think maybe she would have won because she was looking real fish. Is that cool to say? I don't know.
It depends on who you
Cunty.
Yeah. I would say if you want to stay in safer waters, go there.
What, cunty?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, real cunty with the baby pink. But I would have liked to see something with some, or maybe she's eating some candy, just doing something with one of those food items. Perhaps it would have been, or just, have a cake and candy, literally. Or incorporate that into her outfit. Perhaps it would have been better sold. Maybe she could have,
This is one of those situations where RuPaul suggested she try to do something outside the norm, and the gamble is that if you try to do that and you don't succeed, you end up with an outfit like this, which is what happened. So I'm very curious as to what she would have come up with if she made something she knew she could execute better, but was maybe more typical. I don't think she would have necessarily won either way. So I think that it kind of didn't matter. I think she was like destined to not be in, like, because she won last time, and unless she came up with something super spectacular, then I don't think she was going to be in there anyway. This was cute. There was nothing wrong with this. This was cute. Like this, this was.
Yeah, it was cute.
Just as cute as George's or whatever, but like to your point, it didn't have any like winning qualities of it to it.
Yeah, and I've seen that hair before. I think the previous week.
This ultra sculpted stuff is very gimmicky to me. I only like it so much. I'm kind of over this trend.
You hear that, Angeria? She's
I love you. I love you, but yeah, this is yeah. Yep, I love you though. You're funny as hell.
Girl. Anywho.
No, Angeria
So
has what they're looking for in the way that she's able to be herself no matter what she does, and that's what they're looking for in a like, drag race. They don't
yes.
necessarily want you to be the best actor. They want you to be the most like brand recognized but funny, or what talented or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
And
personality, but
she does.
yeah. Well, speaking of course, she did not win. She was not the top two. Here, the top two. It was Roxy and Plastique. There we go. Plastique wins is up there again, child. They just letting her slip through the cracks. Slip through the cracks.
Yep.
And I love that Diana Ross song. I've never heard that before, but I loved it. And Roxy had a play on where she was kind of giving attitude, like type of deal with the song. And then Plastique's doing her, sexy thing. You know how.
When Roxy pulled out a nail file, now the wig sticking to her lip annoyed the shit out of me, but like when Roxy pulled out a nail file and was like, "Oh no, this is a ballad. I'm not gonna overdo this. I'm gonna act this for you. I'm going to show you why I'm your drag queen your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen."
There you go.
Plus Plastique looked amazing, but like almost like I couldn't stop watching Roxy. Like
Yeah, it was
Plastique was
funny,
like,
entertaining. Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
of course, Roxy won, and this is who she gave the snippers to. Okay.
But this is the last time you can do that, so
I was just gonna say this is what RuPaul announced.
right.
There ain't no more snipping. I wonder, are they gonna double or maybe even triple the amount of badges just to make it interesting?
I do. I think we have an episode coming up where and Chanel's gonna win one, hopefully. You know what I mean? Like waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting
like
for the redemption there.
all of a sudden she's in the running.
Like we're not gonna make you win, but we're not gonna make you look like a pathetic loser that couldn't win once, like we have been. Yeah, I hope so, because it's like otherwise you're doing her real dirty.
Yeah, because again, I don't want them playing on the fact of her, talking about her anxiety issues or knowing that she has these issues, because of course, with her being the first one ever to do this and not have anything midway or even more than midway would cause anxiety.
Yeah.
And
I think that
the fact that she did admit to RuPaul about how all this time she felt she disappointed RuPaul, and she's held that in, which is anxiety, related. Yeah. So, I just don't want them to be playing with her like that.
I agree with you. I don't want to watch them break her emotionally. I really don't. They already did before. Like, I wish that I wish that Chanel was able to see, like, you should actually be really proud of the tantrum that you threw. You're like one of the most iconic drag race moments in drag race history. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should embrace the fact that you left a mark that way. You know what I mean? Like, everybody freaking knows about, well, no one's told me I'm beautiful. Like, it's amazing. You stood out, and that's the important part. It's not, high performance necessarily. It's standing out. It's being memorable. Some of the most memorable stuff was shade or fights or tantrums or losses or any of those things. So, but I have a feeling, because Drag Race always makes it clear at one point that you see the puppet strings. I just feel like it's coming, where Chanel's redemption with a couple of badges thrown her way is on its way.
And that other issue they were talking about were Drag Race on the Untucked. Again, talking about these badges and snipping and tucking and whatnot. And how people made it personal. Of course, Roxy has taken it personal. Of course, because she just went straight to Angiers like, here you go, girl. You know I was gonna give it to you. I mean, of course, it's personal, but it's all competition. And I believe Michelle told Angeria while helping her with the comedy roast or the voting. What was that? The campaign roast for.
Oh yeah,
How they see you as competition, so expect it.
Right.
And that was what 2 or 3 episodes ago. So to even have that in her still is is still with okay girl, let it go, because all this is they see you as competition. And this, let that fuel your fire to beat them even more, instead of taking it personal and having an adversarial conversation about it. Why want me some water or something, child? What's going on? But yeah, I'm really interested in seeing next episode. Like you mentioned, they're going to be going into some more treacherous waters with their competition.
Yeah.
With the rules that go. Did I say the name of it? I missed it. Did they say the name?
I think they did, but I do not remember. Like I told you, it's a spoof of Rosemary's Baby.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't wait, because they got 13 episodes, so we're more than halfway through. We're more than halfway, and this is going to be real interesting now that ain't nobody else getting snipped. I bet you $5 it's going to be a quadruple. It's going to be a multiple badge episode. Maybe each mini, like they call them, mini challenge or a maxi challenge. Maybe an episode, each challenge would win them a badge, some type of way. In one episode, it'll be a chance to win more than one badge, maybe more than 2 or 3. It has to.
There's gonna, yeah. I'm looking for the twist that way. I'm looking for Chanel's redemption arc. There's no way that you can't have none. Like, don't do Chanel like that. But I have a feeling they're not. So anyway.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's it, y'all. That was episode 7 and 8. We hope that we caught you up to speed if you haven't seen it already, or if you just wanted to hear another take on it as we give them. Let them know where you're at. Any other, just let us know where we can find you, mamas.
You can find me on Instagram at psychic_ELB. Psychic E, Psychic Erin. If you'd like to get a psychic reading, just hit me up in the DMs and say that RAERAE All Day sent you, and I'll give you a friends and family discount. And you can also see me as a guest host on Alexandra Rogers' YouTube channel.
Yes, ma'am. And please check them out, because they are hilarious. And they also give you some things to think about too when they're talking about whatever they're talking about. It can be whatever.
It does range. It does range.
Anywho, so again, you guys, more reviews coming through. We got Power. Tariq is causing havoc. I'm getting on with that. Who else? Girl, these housewives is tripping. Every what they call them? Every city that they in, child. Every show. I think the last one in Jersey, Nosy. I call her Nosy Aiden because she got her nose done.
Right.
Nosy Aiden got popped in on the side of her head. I'm Team Danielle. I'm sorry
for pushing. I know that was an aggressive push.
I mean, listen. I know people say we don't condone violence. I don't say that. I'm Team Danielle, because if you just put your finger on my forehead, anything, pull my hair, throw a drink, any type of anything lands on me from you, you lucky that's all you gonna get is a pop on the side of the head with a plaque. Lucky it was a plastic cup, okay?
Yes.
Because it would have had to call the medic. I'm just saying. And please don't call me the B word. I don't do that. That's just not my thing. So I can't be on no show where the B word is flying around in jest. Because if we arguing and you call me the B, look where I'm from, that means get your dukes up. So I'm just letting y'all know. Again, violence is wrong, but defending yourself is all right with me. So I'm gonna leave that right there. So yeah. So, and also don't forget, I'm gonna put in the I'm gonna write down that my personal channel will be coming up soon as well. So you're gonna see a little bit more of what's going on. And that's why I haven't been around so much. Like my friend said, I've been traveling, doing stuff. And it's just been, I'm having a good time. So I'm back. Actually, no, I'm leaving again for ATL this week. That's right. I'm going to see if I can get some verbiage, a little tiny interview with the PHAG_TAWLK in the ATL this Friday, July 5th. I will be there. Hopefully again, I can, get little words of wisdom from TS and Craig and maybe Miss Mary. So hopefully I'm putting, crossing fingers and toes and eyes and everything. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you and we'll see you again. Bye, y'all.